That took longer than I thought, I guess. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Mikestand. We'll wait a few minutes while we wait to see if more people show up. Hope everybody's had a good week thus far. Anyway, so while we're waiting here, let's see. Dennis the Menace. Dennis the Menace. Oh. Do-do-do-do. Well, there goes Max on his routine mission. Will he lose or win? Bum, bum. 4-ply diaper and that save to pin. He's tops. I mean terrific. I don't know another word that says it so specific. And there goes Max on his routine mission. Laughing till I cry. Do do. 4-ply diaper and that save to pin. Fantastic Max. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for you. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are ya? All the stars are here, waiting for you. Couldn't have a show without ya. Scooby, Scooby-Doo. Hey, Scooby, where are you? I'm over here. Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants to show their skill. Everybody wants to get there faster, make the way to the top of the hill. Each time you try, gonna get a little bit better. Each step you climb, one more step up the ladder. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new way with a brand new attitude, but you still gotta catch 'em all to be the best that you can be. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a whole new world we live in, but you still gotta catch 'em all to be the best that you can be. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Sylvanian family, a part of my Sylvanian family. Do 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 do. Pole position when you know you're wanting you. Pole position. Brave star, brave star, brave star, brave star. Eyes of the hawk, ears of the wolf. Brave star, brave star. Strength of the bear, speed of the puma. Brave star. Karate cat, da da da. Karate cat, da da da. No one in the neighborhood terrifies a neighborhood. When he is on top, playing pranks on everyone. Boom, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. The game will reign supreme, and always there to fight, to make 'em history, and always have an under fight. So join in the jubilee. Cats are here superiority. Mixing with the lady and being charming never lasts. The game will reign supreme and always at a under making history. Always have an underside. So join in the jubilee. Cats are meaning on tea. Oh, oh, oh. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Then there's 3 in the family. Then there's 3 in the family. Mama and Daddy had a little baby. Yes, they did. It's a magic number. Yes, they did. It's a family. Yes, they did. It's a family. That thing. Darkwing Duck. Better watch out, you bad boys. Darkwing Duck. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Have a yabba dabba do time. Well, hello, we have a second person here. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope your week's going well. Hey, Nathaniel. Finally found you. Yeah, here. Hey, Nathaniel. How are you doing there? Yeah, you were over on Yeah, I mean, if you're subscribed, then you should be getting a notification. If you can like and share the stream too to see if we can get some more people in here, that would really be of some help. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes to give people a chance to get in here. If you can, as I said, if you can help by getting the word out by sharing as well as liking the stream, that would really be appreciated. Yeah. So, anyways, nothing much, Mike. Okay. Hit the submit for subscribe button. That's cool. So how is your week going there, Nathaniel? Or Nathaniel? All right. Hmm. Hmm. Anyways, yeah. So hopefully, I hope you're having a good week thus far. We're just gonna wait. Okay, so we're coming up on 8 minutes now, so it's probably a good time to start talking about what we're gonna be talking about tonight. Gonna be going over 7. I've got 37 subscribers. All right, that's cool. I'll well, thank you for asking, Mike. I've got 7 articles to go over tonight. All of them CBR. We got 4 anime articles and 3 comic articles. Among those include, of course, Sailor Moon is celebrating a birthday. Look at that. We're also going to look at Hirohiko Araki, who's the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure creator, drawing some Dragon Ball art. Also, Japanese a Japanese news anchor by the name of Saya Hiyama is showing off her Your Forger cosplay from Spy Family. And we also will be looking at let's see, what's the last anime article we're going to be looking at? Oh yeah, a few announcements involving Crunchyroll 2022. Also on the comic side of things, some new information on the Philadelphia comic, as well as DC's got some release information, I believe, and also Twisted Sisters D. Snyder is putting out a comic through Z2 Comics. So Plus, we have our, we'll have our wrestling wrap up. Have a wrestling wrap up towards the end as well. Well, I may have to, I may check it out, Nathaniel. I'll, check it out, see what's up there. Yeah. So, anyways, so with all that being said, why don't we go ahead and get started? Get started with the Why don't we go ahead and get started with the articles? Here's where now just past the 11-minute mark, so we'll get going here. Alrighty then. So here we go. It's Sailor Moon's official birthday. Here are some fun ways fans can celebrate. Here's how fans can celebrate Usagi's 44th birthday in the most moony way possible. So yeah, so 40. So let's see, 44. I mean, 1978, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense because her anime came out in '92, and she was 14 in that. So I guess, yeah, she'd be 44 today, I guess. There are two birthdays in the Sailor Moon fandom that fans especially love to celebrate. One is the creator Naoko Takeuchi's birthday on March 15th. The other is a double birthday for the characters Usagi, Tsukino, and Chibiusa. Um, that date falls on June 30th. Fans know that Usagi doesn't really age, so she still looks a fresh 20 something at most. Mm-hmm. That said, if Usagi Tsukino, now for those of us who've seen, like, particularly the Deke dub, the Deacon Cloveway dubs, they changed her name to Serenity in that, but and Usagi translates as rabbit. Usagi, I believe, is the Japanese translation for the English word rabbit. So, if Usagi Tsukino was 14 in 1992, then this year would be, and then this year she would be celebrating her 44th birthday. As such, fans might be asking themselves how Usagi herself might celebrate this year and what some of her favorite things to do might be. Um, Here are some great ideas of how people can celebrate her birthday right along with her. Let's see, go to an arcade. Yeah, if there are any around anymore, everybody's got their own home systems now, so it's like finding an actual video arcade might be a little more difficult. There might be some places that have like vintage arcades, like I think sometimes there are some amusement parks like Knott's Berry Farm that might have them, but anyways, Usagi is known for her love of video games. So what better way to spend her birthday than in an arcade? Places like Round One or Dave and Buster's, okay, those places could be great places for small groups to celebrate. Usagi would probably play all the side scrollers um, that they have and try her hand at some racing games. Yep. And we do know she's a big racing game fan because I remember one episode in particular where she and can't remember her alter ego name, but Sailor Uranus. I love Dave and Buster's, mate. Yeah. We have 8 people. And if you guys again can like and share the stream, that can help bring in more people. That'd be appreciated. Anyways, visit a fortune teller. All right. There is a superstitious side to Usagi that makes fans believe that she would go to a fortune teller for her birthday. In multiple episodes, she is seen doing various things so that her chances or luck will improve. For instance, Usagi once walked into the Spectre Sisters shop where she found a juice that would supposedly get the person someone liked to like them back. She tried to down the bottle like it was nothing. Yeah, that's the scene they're talking about up here. Look at that big bottle. Now you got to think she's guessing if you go by average height, she's probably about 5'4", maybe anywhere between 90 and 120 pounds. Trying to down that huge bottle right there, that'd be something. Let's see. Doing anything with tarot cards, oracle cards, or visiting a psychic would therefore be a great option June 30th. Today's date, by the way. Hang out with friends. Look at that. Now, doesn't that look like a fun group of girls that you'd want to hang out with right there? I'm sure being around them would just would make your day that much brighter. Look at the energy there. One of the ways Usagi would definitely celebrate would be by hanging out with her friends. Maybe while hitting a restaurant, shopping, or simply gossiping about all the latest news, fans would also gain serious bonus points if said friends were also fellow Moonies. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? They don't have to be, of course, and if they're not, today could be the day to introduce them to the franchise. Alternatively, gather the entire team and have a series marathon. Yeah, that's a very interesting way to introduce them to the franchise. Various cosplay at the beach. That right there. Cosplaying is one of the coolest ways to celebrate a fandom. And cosplay goes hand in hand with manga and anime, by the way. It's part of the whole culture, basically fans, dressing up as their favorite characters and all that, and various outfits and all that. It can be a casual cosplay like when someone Disney bounds, or someone can go all out and really dress up like a senshi. No matter what, they're going to look cute. Why not have a photo shoot at the beach with some friends? There are plenty of bathing suits. Now, this is more for the girls, obviously, that senshi might wear. Senshi, I think, is a word for scout or knight, or warrior. Just make sure to pack plenty of water and sunscreen. The cosplay opportunities are endless. Go shopping! Something a lot of girls like to do. There's no end to the amount of Sailor Moon merchandise out now, and treating oneself to some awesome swag is another is another great way to celebrate her birthday. People can buy a present for their inner Usagi and make her squeal with joy. Box Lunch, Hot Topic, and Big Bad Toy Store are some of the best places to shop online. Uh, Eat cake. Don't we all have a sweet tooth once in a while? Make the cake! Make the cake! What better way to celebrate Usagi's 44th birthday than by eating some cake? Who cares if it's diet season? Just pick a favorite cake and chow down. For summer ice cream cake really hits the spot. Watch Sailor Moon. This one might be obvious, but it deserved a mention anyways. Moonies who want to chill at home and watch Sailor Moon can enjoy a nice quiet day doing going through all their favorite episodes, order something for delivery and veg out, or grab a transformation brooch and start shouting along with Moon Prism Power! uh, I actually forgot to go through all the intro. Let's see. I think I skipped over the. Yeah, I forgot to mention this. By Brenna Sabalos, published 14 hours ago. So there we go. There's the first article. We're done with that one. Now, let's see. Now, getting ready to move on to the next article, of course. Over. Let's see. And as always, of course, if there's anything about the articles that catches your attention or anything, feel free to comment. I never went to Dave. Never went to Dave and Buster's. Right. Yeah, I don't think I've never been there myself either. Anyways, we shall now get ready to move on to the next article here. So we're at 23 minutes, so we're making some good time here. All right, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure creator draws Cell Gohan for Dragon Ball Anniversary. Hirohiko Araki delivers characteristically stylish take on young Gohan and Cell for his entry in Dragon Ball's anniversary art project. Article by Michael Cerna, published 12 hours ago. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this then. New Dragon Ball art by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure creator Hirohiko Araki has been released. The new illustration was shared online by Twitter user at DBSH Hype, DBS Hype, and shows Araki's take on the on the cover art for the 33rd volume of the original Dragon Ball manga. In a translated statement, Araki noted in brackets Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama's drawing appears basic and flat, but they have an uncanny level of 3D 3Dness to them. Unquote. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventures artist praised his colleague's work, stating, quote, "It's a great technique that's able to create a 2D effect and a 3D effect at the same time while still making it look visually appealing," unquote. And it's, as we continue on with the article here. Right, so here we go. The new art is the latest entry in the Dragon Ball Super Gallery project, which publisher Shueisha is hosting as part of the lead up to the franchise's 40th anniversary in 2024. For the project, Shueisha has selected 42 of the manga industry's top artists and tasked each of them with redrawing one of the covers on the original Dragon Ball manga. Araki chose volume 33 of the series, which features a teenage Gohan showdown with Cell, who recently, quote unquote, perfected his body by consuming Dr. Jiro's other android warriors. And those of us who've seen the anime know what they're talking about. Let's see. Araki redrew the original cover art rather directly, but gave Gohan a more laid back stance and recalls several of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures' more stylish and rebellious characters. Like Jotaro, I guess comes to mind, or in Josuke. The publisher will release a new cover every month until the series' 40th anniversary in November 2024, which means that the manga originally debuted back in 1984. The anime, the Dragon Ball anime, debuted back in '86. So, previous participants in the project include Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto, Bleach's Tite Kubo, Chainsaw Man creator Tatsuki Fujimoto, Spy Family artist Tatsuya Endo. The project has resulted in a wide variety of new art. While some artists like Araki have chosen to faithfully redraw Toriyama's original art in their own style, other artists such as Demon Slayer creator Koyoharu um, Gotoge have elected to use the original art simply as the inspiration for a wildly different and completely original illustration. Araki is currently taking a break following the completion of the eighth part of the ongoing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure saga JoJo Lion. A ninth part in the series has been confirmed and is scheduled to begin publication once Araki returns from his break. Anime adaptation of part 5 of the series, Stone Ocean, is scheduled to stream its second batch of episodes on Netflix later this year. Yeah, so instead of putting them on, and we've been talking about this a little bit too with Toonami, instead of putting them on by Mike Walter, you having a great day, Mike Walters. It's nice to meet you, Mike. Bye, Mike. Bye, Nathaniel. Hopefully, you did enjoy some of the content at least. Anyways, and thank you for the like as you left. Hopefully, we can get some more people in here soon. Let's see now. Anyways, as we prepare to continue on, well, let's get to this article here. Let's see. Araki is okay. We already read that part. Okay. Toriyama, meanwhile, continues to work on the Dragon Ball Super sequel manga, which is drawn by his protege, an artist known as Toyo Taro. The Dragon Ball anime's latest theatrical feature, Dragon Ball Super Superhero, was released in Japan earlier this month and is scheduled to make its North American debut on August 19th. Yes, and it's one of the bigger news stories in the anime side of it. Um, there we go. There we go with that one. Along with of course, the One Piece movie coming out pretty soon as well. We'll get ready. Well, get this set up for the. We'll see what's going on here. So we're at 31 minutes now. So, anyways, yes, I guess I'll have to go check out Nathaniel's channel there. There. Let's see. So. Go Dragon Ball. Go Dragon Ball. Everyone they know it. Come on Dragon Ball. You know Dragon Balls. Take a moment here. There goes Dragon Balls. Here goes Dragon Balls. Every time we know you are the we. As you fly, 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 fly away. Everyone says just hey, hey, hey. Go on, Dragon Balls. Play with Dragon Balls. Everyone they know it. Up your Dragon Ball. Anyways, let's see. So now let's go ahead and get to the next story here. Once it hits 33 minutes. Do the first two stories already. Right, so we're at 33-minute mark. So let's go ahead and move on a bit here. Continuing with the anime stories here. Spy Family, Japanese news anchor shows off her Your Forger cosplay. Now, for those of you who don't know, Your Forger is the mother in the Spy Family anime series. She's only playing kind of the adopted mother there. Anyways, so all right, so let's get to this then. Japanese news anchor shows off. Saya Hiyama, a news anchor on Japan's Weather News Network, shows off her anime fandom with a spot-on cosplay of Spy Family's Your Forger. Article by Michael Lacerna, published 8 hours ago. Wow, quite a nice looking lady there. What a pretty lady there. Huh. An impressive new Spy Family cosplay has come in from an unexpected source. Saya Hiyama, an anchor for the 24-hour news network Weather News, took a break from reporting the news to show off her cosplay of Yor, the matriarch of Spy Family's Forger family. Hiyama portrayed Yor in her quote-unquote Thorn Princess outfit, which the character wears when she takes on an assassination gig. So this is what Yor would look like in real life when she goes out for an assassination. Now, the thing is that for those of you who don't know, Spy Family is a manga anime about a secret agent named who goes for this particular assignment goes by the name of Lloyd Forger, who, in order to get close to his next target, has to portray himself as a family man. So he goes out and gets a wife and a kid, and so he's a secret agent. So here are a couple twists to it. He's a secret agent. She's an assassin, and their daughter is an escaped um, government experimental psychic. So, so quite a bit of intrigue there. Um, Now continue on. Oh, and here's some more of the cosplay. Some pictures here. Let's go back up here. Here's some more of the cosplaying here. Now that picture you got there with the frame, that looks kind of cute. Okay. Hiyama previously went viral when a clip of her newscast was shared online. At the beginning of the clip, Hiyama engages in some lighthearted banter about the traditional Japanese board game of shogi, before instantly switching to a dead serious tone as breaking news of a major earthquake comes in. The clip pulled in over 16 million viewers and earned Hiyama, a newscaster who broadcasts exclusively in Japanese, a sizable international following. In addition to reporting the news, Anchor also maintains a career as a model and spoke. So she's kind of like, but for the news side of it, she's kind of like an idol, maybe. Like you have a lot of the idols who do who act and sing and are pop idols and all that. Sounds like she's kind of being a bit of an idol too, just with through a news channel. In addition to reporting the news, Anchor also maintains as a spokesperson. Hiyama frequently discusses her hobbies and has previously shared pictures of her Violet Evergarden cosplay online. Spy Family was a breakout hit of the spring 2022 season, being greeted with strong ratings and an overwhelmingly positive reaction from critics when it debuted earlier this year. The anime is being produced as a collaboration between two of Japan's most well-regarded animation studios, WIT, the studio behind the first three seasons of Attack on Titan, and 2021's critically acclaimed fantasy adventure series Ranking of Kings, and Cloverworks, the company behind the winter season's biggest surprise hit, the cosplay-focused rom-com My Dress-Up Darling. Well, there's been a lot of news going on around that too. Um, the anime recently concluded the opening half of the first season. The rest of the season is scheduled to premiere later this year. See if, and of course, if anything catches your attention, guys, if anybody's here, feel free to comment on anything. You know, anything catches your attention in terms of what we're covering, feel free to comment on it. All right, so getting back to the article then. The anime is based on a manga of the same name, which was created by writer and artist Tetsuya Endo in 2019. The manga was originally released as an exclusive for Shonen Jump Plus, the digital manga spin-off of Shueisha's hit-making Shonen Jump magazine. The series has become one of the most popular franchises to emerge the service with over 21 million copies in circulation around the world. Endo's manga has already been nominated for 2 Eisner Awards. First in 2021, where it ultimately lost to Junji Ito's Ramina, and again in 2022. The now complete first half of Spy Family's first season is available for streaming on Crunchyroll. The manga is available in English from Viz Media, which releases the series in both digital format and collected print volumes. New chapters of the series are published on a bi-weekly basis on Viz's Manga Plus service. There we go with that one. Let's see. I think that was what second. Actually, that was the third article. So one more on the anime side of it. All right, and this will be it. But before we read that, let me see if anybody's on, and let me check something else out too. Quick moment. All right. There's no information on her apparently. Let me see. Let me see. All right. All right. So we'll get ready to continue on here. All right. So let's see now. Yeah. 44 minutes. Okay. All right. So Jujutsu Kaisen, Odd Taxi, and Hololive head to Crunchyroll Expo 2022. Okay, let me just. I'll wait a sec before we get into this. Wait till it hits 45-minute mark. Hey, yeah. Mahambara. Mm. All right. All right. So here we go. Let's get to this next article then. All right. So Jujutsu Kaisen, Odd Taxi, and Hololive head to Crunchyroll 2020 Expo 2022. Crunchyroll Expo 2022 announces an exclusive Hololive VTube attraction and appearances from hit anime series Jujutsu Kaisen and Odd Taxi. Article by Brenna Launer, published 3 hours ago. And there's a bigger Hololive. I know Hero Hay covers a lot of Hololive stuff out of the VTubers. Right, Crunchyroll Expo has announced appearances by Hololive VTubers in addition to cast and crew from hit anime series Jujutsu Kaisen and Odd Taxi. The Hololive Meet VTube attraction claims to include never seen before elements, including a showcase, a montage, multimedia experience, and performances. Access to this experience will be included the purchase of a ticket, so fans can pay extra for an exclusive meet and greet. Anyways, continuing on here. On with the article here. Crunchyroll also announced several big names in the anime industry to be featured at the convention. Several English voice actors from Jujutsu Kaisen will make in-person appearances, including Adam MacArthur, who plays Itadori Yuji, and Yatko, who plays Kugisaki Nobara, and Kaiji Tang plays Gojo Satoru. Let's see. Kinoshita Baku, the director and character designer for Odd Taxi, is also set to attend. Crunchyroll Expo claims it will transport fans to a quote bustling anime metropolis unquote called New Crunchy City, comprising 4 districts: the Central Shopping District, the Arts District, the Theater District, and the Super Arcade. Wow, so they're really going all out with it. Convention will host screenings, gaming, art, merchandise, and more alongside the special VTube, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Odd Taxi attractions. It will take place in San Jose, California between August 5th and 7th, with replay available through August 9th. So, I guess replay meaning, stream that the con will be streaming online, I guess, is what they're saying there. Um, Hololive Production is a VTube agency that specializes in streaming and creating character model designs. VTubers, or virtual YouTubers, are a new type of content creator that uses a digital avatar instead of showing the person's real face on camera. These VTubers create personas that resemble anime characters in either a 2D or 3D style, many of which have fully fledged backstories. Um, the VTube trend started in Japan in the 2010s and has since experienced tremendous growth, with many VTubers reaching millions of followers on their respective platforms. Jujutsu Kaisen began as a manga series that is currently ongoing at 179 chapters and has over 65 million copies in circulation. The anime adaptation was one of the most watched anime series of 2020, and the prequel movie, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, one of the highest grossing anime movies of all time. Story follows Itadori Yuji, a high school boy who becomes the host of a dangerous curse after a series of bizarre circumstances leads him to eat a centuries old figure. Oh boy. And that must not have tasted very good going down his throat. Odd Taxi has also received critical and commercial success since its initial release. The Odd Taxi movie, In the Woods, surpassed box office milestones, grossing over $1 million US dollars during its first month in theaters. The series follows a walrus taxi driver, Otokawa, in a world full of anthropomorphic animals. Through conversations with his customers, Otokawa learns of several mysteries, including the disappearance of a young schoolgirl. Now, this is kind of interesting. I mean, we've seen a number of the taxi cab driver motif. We saw it in of course, Silverhawks or Seymour, the cabbie, and Zeke the Beak. Let's see. I think in DC Comics they had a space cabbie character. So tickets for the extra are currently available through Crunchyroll. So there you go with that. We're done with that article, so we'll get to the comics articles here in a moment. Comics. We have 3 stories there that we will be looking at. Ah, boy. Anyways. All right, so let's get ready to. All right, so now we're going to. All right, here we go. 3:59. Let me see. It is still on. Maybe Lorenzo is done now. Yes. But anyways, getting back to the article here. Well, I'm gonna wait till 55 minutes. Oh, we have two people. Hello, second person. Glad to see you're here. If you can like and share the stream, help get some more people in here. That'd be appreciated. We're actually now getting into the comics portion of our coverage here. So, anyways. All right. DC releases Harley Quinn Season 3 prequel series, in smaller quotes here, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour, smaller quote, for free. The Harley Quinn animated series spin-off comic book set before Season 3 is available currently to read for free on DC Universe Infinite. Article by Noah Dominguez, published 21 hours ago. And you basically have the girls all tied up. Harley seems to be the only one who seems to be happy about it. She's got a big smile on her face. Catwoman there looked, and I think that might be Holly Robinson, Catwoman. She doesn't look too. She looks kind of upset, and and Ivory's Poison Ivy there is probably sitting there wondering, what in the world did I get myself into? If you see particularly what Harley's hands are doing, you can probably wonder why Ivy's responding the way she is. Fans of HBO Max's Harley Quinn animated series, hoping to get caught up on the show's spin-off comic book series ahead of Season 3's premiere, can now do just that free of charge. At the time of writing, all 6 issues of DC's Harley Quinn the Animated Series, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour, are currently free to read for all DC Universe Infinite subscribers. Written by T. Franklin and illustrated by Mikestand, the comic book limited series is set between the events of Harley Quinn Seasons 2 and 3. It takes place in the immediate aftermath of the explosive Season 2 finale, saw Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy make their relationship official, riding off into the sunset after the latter's wedding to Kite Man fell through. Harley Quinn initially premiered on the now defunct DC Universe streaming service. That didn't seem to last long, did it? Which, interestingly enough, was ultimately restructured into DC Universe Infinite digital comic subscription service in November 2019. The show's first season concluded in February 2020. Harley Quinn soon returned for a second season, which ran from April 2020 to June 2020. A couple months there. Amid the aforementioned restructuring of the DC Universe, Harley Quinn Seasons 1 and 2 were added to HBO Max in August 2020. For a brief time, it was uncertain if the series would be getting another season. However, in September 2020, it was officially announced that Harley Quinn had been renewed for Season 3 and would be an HBO Max exclusive going forward. Yes, there's the preview, I guess. Franklin and Sharon's Eat, Bang, Kill Tour comic launched digitally in August 2021. before getting a print release the following month. The sixth and final issue released digitally in January 2022 and physically in February. The long-awaited third season of Harley Quinn is finally slated to premiere on HBO Max in 1 month's time on Thursday, July 28th. Additionally, the streaming service has greenlit a spin-off series titled Noonans, which will focus on the character of Kite Man. The thing about Kite Man's one of those kind of really weak, dorky villains. Basically has a theme of, basically a motif of using kites in his crimes. So you might argue he is more of a gag villain. Anyways, the mayhem and madness continue in season 3 of this biting and uproarious adult animated comedy series, unquote. An official synopsis for Harley Quinn season 3 reads, quote, wrapping up their Eat, Bang, Kill tour, Harley Quinn, Kaylee, who's, I guess, voiced by Kaylee Cuoco, and Poison Ivy, who's voiced by Lake Bell, return to Gotham as the new power couple of DC villainy. Along with their raging crew, King Shark, voiced by Ron Funches, Clayface, voiced by Tudyk. I wonder which Clayface. Is it Matt Hagen? Is it Preston Payne? Is it Basil Carlo? I kind of wonder which Clayface it is. And Frank the Plant, J.B. Smoove, quote-unquote Harl Ivy, strives to become the best version of themselves while also working towards Ivy's long-desired plan, transforming Gotham into an Eden paradise. Future love paradise, for the riders will not stop us, for the only love they'll find is paradise. Harley Quinn Season 3 premieres on HBO Max on July 28th. So a little over a month from now then. All right, well, with that one, let's see. Here's another. Hey, Shadowhawk. Yeah, you're just in time doing the comic stories. Daniel Hale. Mike and Nathaniel. Hey there. Thank you for the like and the share. I'm going to step away for a moment. Got a couple of things to do real quick, and then I'll be right back to continue the articles. Let me see. Anyways, I'll be right back, Shadowhawk. Here, I'll leave you some music to listen to while I do a couple quick little things here. Let's see. I did see there was some cool. Hey, Shadowhawk, I know you did express some interest in possibly being part of the co-hosting rotation. I do need some. Yeah, if you're still interested, I need some kind of contact information. I don't have Instagram, but if you have Facebook, if you know, I can get something from you there to where I can contact you to, when it, if you're still interested in, being part of that, being part of the co-host rotation, um, like to give you a shot at that. So, um, anyways, let's get on to this next article here. We're just past the hour mark here. Good. Um, all right. So, Twisted Sister frontman Dee Snider debuts anti-censorship, in smaller quote, "He's Not Gonna Take It," on smaller quote, graphic novel. Um, Twisted Sister singer Dee Snider's First Amendment war with the PMRC is chronicled in Z2 Comics' new graphic novel, "He's Not Gonna Take It." PMRC. Wonder what that group is. Twisted Sister vocalist and free speech advocate Dee Snider has joined forces with Z2 Comics for a new graphic novel chronicling the rockers' 1985 clash with Tipper Gore and the Parents Music Resource. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was also where he also had gotten he actually went and testified before Congress on that in fact over the First Amendment. Z2 Comics has officially announced um, He's Not Gonna Take It, the title of which is an obvious reference to Twisted Sister's hit 1984 song, quote, "We're not gonna take it," unquote. We're not gonna take it. No, no, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Which was released on the heavy metal band's third studio album, Stay Hungry, and famously drew the ire of the PMRC. He's Not Gonna Take It comes from Snyder himself, alongside writer Frank Marafino, Marvel Zombies, and artist Steve Kurth, X Force. He's not gonna take it. Quote, more than 35 years ago, Twisted Sister frontman Dee Snider marched into the United States Senate's Committee on Commerce in a jean jacket and tank top to confront a band of concerned Washington housewives hell bent on silencing the howl of metal and beyond. Um, unquote, Z2 writes. Quote, co-founded by Tipper Gore, the wife, of course, of Al Gore, a committee of politician spouses labeling themselves the Parents Music Resource Center, PMRC, had lobbied to plaster, in small quotes, parental advisory, explicit lyrics, unquote, labels on any music that conformed to their definition of overtly sexual, violent, or drug endorsing. Partnering with Z2 Comics, Snyder's war to preserve the First Amendment will be retold in He's Not Gonna Take It, a graphic novel charting the rockers' articulate battle against censorship. Unquote. The graphic novel, quote, charts that one man wore throughout Dee's life from a childhood where he was frequently silenced, through the early efforts to stifle his band's music, to the open warfare of the PMRC hearings in Washington, D.C., and his current efforts on social media. He's Not Gonna Take It tells the story of why free speech is so important to this man who has perpetually fought for it, even when it endangered everything that was important to him. Unquote. But when I look back on the historic day, I think in small quotes, how did I fit balls that big into those skin tight jeans? Yeah, it's probably what a lot of 50, 60, 70-year-old rockers are thinking. Oh boy. Probably what a lot of 50, 60, 70-year-old rockers are probably thinking. Right? Yeah, what's your Facebook? Mike Walters, any yeah, it's just my name, Shadowhawk. Just my name. It's just my name. And you see my picture on it. It's just my name and my picture's in there in the profile. So anyways, getting back to the article here. Quote, when I okay, we already saw that part. Snyder said regarding the day he, as well as Frank Zappa and John Denver, testified against the PMRC. Quote, then I reflect on the fact that I still stand for everything I stood for all those years ago, and I'm ready to battle again. As, of course, we've been seeing a different war of censorship going on of late as well. You know, having somebody, like T. Snyder, who's already kind of been through these battles, is a good hand to have. Quote, unless you grew up during the PMRC hearings, I don't think you can really understand what a massive impact it had as teenagers watched D testify before Congress about the importance of freedom of speech, unquote, added editor Rance Hosley. Quote, metal and rock preached rebellion and fighting back in the song lyrics. But here was the only frontman who was walking the walk in a world where you thought that adults said one thing and did another. It was a moment where you could believe, yes, there are people out there who will fight for what is right against all odds, no matter what the cost. It's a story that is more vital today than ever. He's Not Gonna Take It by Dee Snider, Frank Marafino, and Steve Kurth is currently available for pre-order from Z2 Comics. Alrighty then. I'll find you. Alright. I hope you do. Oh, yeah. So we got one more comics article to go over. And then we'll move on to the wrestling recap and start to wind things down a bit here. See, we're at hour 16, so let's see. Exclusive Rodney Barnes Philadelphia spinoff series offers fans plenty more monster mayhem. CBR has exclusive previews and full chapters of writer Rodney Barnes' Philadelphia 2 spin-off series, Johnny Gatling and Elysian Gardens. CBR has an exclusive look at Rodney Barnes' 2 Philadelphia spin-off series, Johnny Gatling and Elysian Gardens. CBR has an exclusive preview of Barnes' Johnny Gatling number 6, as well as the full chapter of Johnny Gatling number 5. The series is illustrated by Szymon Kudranski. Spinning out of Philadelphia, the series follows a gunslinger from the Old West who has died but lives on as a vengeful spirit. Quote, in the last place that can be truly described as a place where demons of all power levels torment the souls of humans condemned for all eternity, there's a war brewing, unquote. Barnes previously wrote about the series on his Substack. Quote, Corson, the master demon, is making a play for control of hell. He's assembling an army of the most vile amongst his lot to wage war against Lucifer, Lord of the Dark Realm. As Corson is aware, this will be no simple task, as he sent his minister of mayhem on a very special mission. Who might that be? Johnny Gatling. Here's some of the images from the book. All right. I just saw a notification. All right. All right, Shadowhawk. I saw a notification from Facebook that you sent a message, so I'll try to after the show here, I'll go look at it and follow up. All right. So anyways, getting back to the. So let's take a look here. CBR also has an exclusive preview of Elysian Gardens number 6 and the full chapter of Elysian Gardens number 5. With this being the second season of the series, Elysian Garden is illustrated by Jonathan Marks, Beravecchia, and others. Quote, the Elysian Garden Werewolves of Philadelphia can now be found on Substack, unquote. Barnes previously wrote the series, quote, when Zubaya landed on the beaches of Santa Monica, she thought her name was Angela. Wonder why? Well, fortunately, all will be revealed when the story of Elysian Gardens continues right here on Substack. Unquote. Here's some more images of that. Philadelphia is a series written by Barnes that launched from Image Comics in 2019. The series follows a small-town cop named James Sangster, who finds himself thrown into a city overrun by undead vampires and other threats. Philadelphia number 23, which is illustrated by Jason Sean Alexander, releases July 6th. Basically, I believe that's a week from today. From Image, the plot synopsis reads, quote, after 2.5 centuries, the greatest hero in American history has returned as its greatest threat. George Washington, Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, Founding Father, First President of the United States, and Undead Vampire King. Now, James Sangster and the company must fight for the survival of every man, woman, and child in the country. But what can they do against the very leader who won the battle for America the first time around? That does sound kind of interesting. Barnes has also released a handful of other Philadelphia spin-offs, in addition to Johnny Gatling and Elysian Gardens. Nita Haas' Nightmare blog launched in 2021 and follows Sangster as he deals with demons running amok in Baltimore. 20 Degrees Past Rigor followed in 2022. It deals with massive zombie outbreak in the city of Flint, Michigan. Full issues of Johnny Gatling #6 and Legion Garden #7 are available to read on Barnes Substack. So there we go. So we're done with the articles. We're now done with the articles there. I'll get to the wrestling news here. I got some news to follow up on. All right, just getting some things taken care of here. All right. I'm going to step away from the computer for a moment so that I can just wash my hands a little. Concept sounds good if it's handled well. All right. I'm going to step away from the computer for a moment, Shadow. I'll be right back. Just going to go wash my hands and stuff like that. So I'll be right back. But I'll leave some music on for you to listen to while I'm gone. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. All right. So anyway, so now do some wrestling wrap up here. We're coming up on an hour and a half mark here. So on last night's AEW Dynamite, in the aftermath of the Forbidden Door pay per view from Sunday, um, so the main event saw the Blackpool Combat Club, of interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion John Moxley, our Ring of Honor Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta, and newest Blackpool Combat Club member Claudio Castagnoli, who some of you might remember as Cesaro in WWE, teaming with, of course, Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Santana to defeat the Jericho Appreciation Society of Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, Angelo Parker, and Matt Menard. Um, Blackpool kind of Eddie Kingston getting some measure of revenge against Jericho for some of the beatdowns they've been taking from them of late, albeit there seems to be a little friction between Castagnoli and Kingston. I guess they've had some issues in the past. Also on the night, you saw Jade Cargill successfully defend the TBS title over Leela Gray. You saw in a six man tag match, triple champions FTR who won IWGP title along with the other with who are now IWGP World Heavyweight Title, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, and Triple A Tag Team Champions, teaming with Danhausen to defeat Max Caster and the Gun Club. Um, Luchasaurus defeated Serpentico in 49 seconds with Christian Cage in his corner, and then opening off the night, Orange Cassidy defeats Ethan Page. So, so that's all that happened right now for AEW. As we move on to let's see. Well, first off, we'll do some Impact Wrestling news. As tomorrow, Impact Wrestling has a pay per view against all odds. The main event will see, of course, Impact World Champion Josh Alexander defend the Impact World title against Joe Doring of Violent by Design. Among some of the other matches we know of, let's see, I did look over this earlier. Uh, among some of the other matches for tomorrow night against all odds reviews also include, I do know that Jordan Grace is defending the Impact Women, or the Impact Knockout Championship against recently former champion Tasha Steele. Um, Sammy Callahan will take on Moose in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. Mike Bailey, in his first X Division title defense, he's winning the title at Slammiversary, will be taking on Trey Miguel. Um, in a 10-man tag, you have the Good Brothers teaming with America's Most Wanted, Chris Harrison and James Storm, teaming with Dean Gallows and Carl Anderson and Heath to take on Honor No More, members of which are Eddie Edwards, King King, OGK of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven and Vincent. And then to open off the night, tomorrow night, you'll have Mia Yim teaming with Mickey James, taking on Chelsea Green and Diana Perazzo, the recent champ girl. You know, yeah, all gotta go. Have a great night. Hey, LCG. Hail, Shadowhawk. Thanks for sticking around. Um, thanks for like and share. Um, anyways, as we start to wind down a bit here. Also, one so now with all that, we do have one more thing to talk about, of course, and that's this Saturday. WWE will have a pay per view their Money in the Bank pay-per-view this Saturday. The women's match is completely all set. Men's match is set to complete its roster, I think, on tomorrow night's SmackDown. So. Is that this Saturday's Money in the Bank event? As I said, the women's is fully set. The men's has yet to be. So on the men's side, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Riddle, almost have already qualified for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I believe the last spot is for the winner of the Kevin Owens Ezekiel match that will happen tomorrow night on SmackDown. I think originally the match was supposed to happen on Raw, but somehow Kevin Owens did not able to make it Raw, so they just pushed it back tonight. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match is all set with Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Shotzi, Raquel Rodriguez, Becky Lynch, and Lacey Evans that partake in the women's Money in the ladder match. You also have you have four titles on the line as Theory defends the United States Heavyweight Championship against Bobby Lashley. Both women's titles on the line as Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair defends against Carmella, while Ronda Rousey defends the SmackDown Women's title against Natalya. And the Usos will be defending the unified tag team titles over against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. So there we go with that one. That's all the wrestling news we have for you tonight. So we'll start wrapping up here. Now today being Thursday, June 30th, let's go ahead and take a look back at this day in Meech history. History! And I'm looking over real quick. All right. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this day in Meech history. History! Well, first off, we head back 50 years ago today. And on this date, back in 1972, um, Black Boardman would defeat John Tolos for the NWA America's title in Los Angeles, but the title was apparently immediately held up. So on this date, 50 years ago today, the NWA America's title, which is a title that was actually defended, was the main title for NWA Hollywood. Black Boardman would defeat John Tolos, but then the title was subsequently held up. So, so that happened 50 years ago today. Moving on to the next piece in each history. As on this date in 1992, the 450th issue of Mighty Thor, which started out as Journey into Mystery, I believe. Let me just double check that. Mighty Thor, which Journey into originally starting out as Journey into Mystery, the 450th issue of that book went on sale on this date back in 1992. And this is primarily reprints of stories. A couple of you had the Tales of Asgard at the end of Ego, When Gods Make War, and Trapped by Loki from Thor. Reprints from back in the early 60s. So, on this date, 30 years ago today, the 450th issue of The Mighty Thor went on sale on this date. So, anyways, now getting ready to move on to next piece in each history, as it were. Let's see. So 1992. So let's see. On this date in 2007, 15 years ago today, the anime Sola would complete its run on Japanese TV. On this date in 2007, 15 years ago today, the anime Sola from Nomad Studios would complete its run on Japanese TV. There we go with that one. And last but not least, on this day in each history, from 5 years ago today, on this date, 5 years ago today, on Cartoon Network, the show Uncle Grandpa would complete its run, would be canceled by Cartoon Network on this date 5 years ago. On this date 5 years ago today, Uncle Grandpa was canceled on this date 5 years ago today. So there we go with that one. So now we're about to wrap up here. As a reminder, so tomorrow night, of course, RJ Carter will be here as my co-host. We'll finish up our coverage of February 1939 and the historical comics retrospect. We'll be, of course, reading through Feature Funnies Volume 1, number 18. We'll be reading some features like The Clock and Black X, and whatever other stories we may come across, including maybe Big Top, maybe Archie O'Toole, maybe some of the reprints like Joe Palooka, Dixie Dugan, Lollapalooza, the Bungle Family, Mickey Finn. So I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow night. Also, this Monday here in the States is Independence Day, 4th of July. With that being the case, we'll be doing an open panel night in which I'll be inviting some of my fellow YouTubers, on to just hang out and talk whatever niche we might come across. So we hope to look forward to that. And also, let's see. And that's about it for this week. I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Bye.